Yep, that screen is still messed up. Probably should make a note of that, but I think Donut was pretty clear on that point. Alright. Bowser's Last Stand by Raichu. Making progress. At World 8. And had like 20 exits to go. Rainbow Road. Done nothing but shooting pirates all morning, and all you got was a lousy 50 million. I mean, depends upon their inflation rate, I suppose. Oh, hey, that's a sprite, right? Almost got me. Almost got me. Welcome to my Rainbow Road. Seem familiar? You don't have to worry about Bowser, because your adventure ends with me. And of course, any Rainbow Road has to have disco shells. So many disco shells. Alright, and Halloween mode's still on. I forgot about that. For comparison. Okay, I'm curious, because I don't know the economy of this game. Or much about this game at all. Can I get in there? I might be able to get in there. Oh god. This isn't that kind of hack, though, that doesn't usually explore having a million pipes on screen to make you have to search for a singular pipe. Oh. My boy, this pizza is what all true warriors strive for. I saw some pizza. I was tempted today. I had a salad instead. It was okay. How you doing, Kappa? 33 months. Hot damn. I'm always amazed when those pop up. It's the sheer length of time that has passed. You know, that worked out way better than I would have expected. Anyway, how you doing, Kappa? As always, thank you for sticking around so long. It's nice to have some consistency in things, I suppose. And I still need to go and make more of those, get more of those catch rooms. Maybe I'll ask for that for, like, Christmas. Two-tone pipe. And marker. Saving for a capital ship with all the modules you want. Costs 5.5 billion, base price is 4. Thanks, Elite Dangers. Okay. Yeah, 50 million really isn't that much. I mean, it's on your way. It's like a 100th of where you need to be, but that's still not a lot. At least thankful that power-ups are frequent in this. I don't know why I did that. That was dumb. Also, I'm not happy I'm stuck with Halloween mode. I don't like Halloween mode. I don't know why. It's not my favorite of things. Okay, this is problems. Oh, I'm so toast. Yeah, two-tone vertically is uncommon. That's why I had to stop and pause for a second. I was just like, wow, that's weird. I think I hit the wrong one first. I hit the wrong one first. If I just used the cape first, I would have been fine, but no, I had to try and get fancy. And then salvage my cape when it was clear it was going. Okay, I'm gonna put a marker down. Oh, never mind. These Charlies are throwing me off. Okay. Man, I hate spawners. Good. That worked out fine. Mostly the lag they impart that I dislike. Well, that and the bullets they spawn at my head that I dislike. Perfect, though. Okay, so I still gotta come back and get all the dragon coins. Oh, yeah, okay. None of that was necessary or good. My shell back. As long as I have a shell, I'm a lot more protected. Good enough. Be sure to confirm the ship you built is in fact high quality. Yeah, I saw you posted it. I didn't know what to say about it, because I'm like, that does look like a nice ship. I don't know enough about this game to make any sort of value judgment. I think the last time I knew anything about like shipbuilding in a MMO style thing was there was a really interesting post about a scam that was run in EVE Online called, like, ZZ Best or something, where a guy basically went and scammed people out of a lot of money where they wanted to, like, get ship blueprints. It was mildly interesting. I don't know if it was actually true. But, you know, still a good yarn. And of course, our hero of the story doesn't actually really profit by his for his crime by the end. He doesn't get punished for it, but he just doesn't end up caring. Like, yeah, okay, well, I got all this money now. There's not a whole lot of point in playing this anymore. Just gives all the money to a kid. Some random newbie in the first sector. Which would probably just make all the people he scammed even more angry. At least you'd think. Okay, wait for the thunk. I'm gonna grab my cape now. I just want to get the dragon coinage done. No! The worst part about slowdown sometimes is it's just it's a train wreck in slow motion. You can't look away. A car crash in slow motion, that's it. Dang it. That's the scout line. Okay, should thonk in a second. Where you go? Yeah, I caused that to not spawn properly. Too many sprites per screen. Right. Well, I chose poorly on that front. Should be an object here. Oh, thanks for the good luck. How you doing, Fall Circus? But that should have spawned. I'm gonna enter the next level with nothing after all this nonsense. Did check the midway by dying. Oh, I guess we're done with the bullets. That's nice, at least. Okay. Essentially unkillable, but very hard to maneuver. Ship you built as a juggernaut. Okay. Go for the heavy style. Be very tanky. But not maneuverable, or necessarily very good at killing things from range. There's some very nice hats for heavy. A long time since I played TF2, maybe I should again. Pull up edgy. Assume that's something that tells about ships and how they work. I don't know. Oh, come on. I'm gonna get sick of these spawners by the end of this. Just one of those moves people seem to really like. Oh, why did I do that? Level seems kind of boring. I'll just add a bunch of spawners. Oh! That's the worst prize. I wanted the Starman. I'll take the cape. With my... In fact, this level has a ridiculous amount of lag. Absolutely atrocious. Same with the last level, really, too. Should check to see if this uses fast ROM. Because there's really no reason for it not to use fast ROM. Alright, midway, check. Block of seagulls, check. Really glad that actually that wasn't there. Where you go? Alright, fork in the road. Kind of suspecting that pipe goes somewhere. We'll see. What's up, V? How you doing? I was wrong about this pipe going somewhere. Okay, I screwed that up. Okay, got my dragon coin. That's all good. Unfortunately, due to the spawners, there's not really any time I can stand still in this level and actually read chat. Because they're always coming for me. I'm not paranoid, you're paranoid, etc. I'd rather not die to a stupid bird that spawned randomly, if I can. Alright. Back. And side to side. Perfect. Now I can die. Elite Dangerous Shipyard, the website U-Theorycraft builds on. Okay. Baseline of the ship has 1,000 and change armor points and 250 shield points, varying depending upon resistances being attacked. Explosive, thermal, or kinetic. Good work, shake up, flat tire. Oh, flat tire, that sucks. Unless it's the beer, in which case that's okay. Flat tire is an adequate beer. But having a flat tire, you know, can have two very different meanings. Alright. Honk. Not caped, so I couldn't actually do that. Actually, the knife is pretty short as long as I don't have to worry so much about the baseball chucks. And can fly away. After you've beaten level once, you don't really need to beat it again. But checking midways is important. Perfect. Heck, the negative one? You got you thinking about ordering delivery now? Ah. It's the Belgian beer. It's tempting. Build has 10,500 armor, or 15,000. 10,500 armor points. Anywhere between 400 and 1,000 explosive shield points. I'll never get used to the European use of the decimal point. It's so weird to me. The use a period for the comma and vice versa. I don't know why this happened. I think the comma makes more sense, and that's not just saying because, you know, I grew up with it. Because a comma is a short stop as opposed to the period, which is a long stop. And the difference between a, you know, decimal fractional number and the rest of it makes sense to have a kind of full stop for as opposed to a small stop. Whereas the, you know, commas in large numbers, at least the way Americans write them, are largely irrelevant. I don't know. It's weird. It's one of those things I kind of suspect, like, is a prank that someone's playing? I'm not sure. Septic Feynman. Even Europeans don't know if they want to use decimal or comma. I could see that, being confused. 10, full stop, yep. Yep, I was confused. I am confused no more. This is very much like the last level full of chucks that did this. No, I'm killing you. Okay, that's cute. I've probably seen that before, but I still think it's cute. Yeah, I think trying to have like a full world of every style is probably a bit much. Especially when there's fairly limited variations. Alright, well that's a dead end. That worked though. How'd you get a... back to a relevant point. How'd you end up getting a flat tire, V? Hopefully it wasn't anything too bad, just like normal, oh no, there's a nail here, that happens, sort of things. Instead of like vindictive people with ice picks. Oh, that didn't get me. Thought it was gonna get me. Nope. Toro! No. Torno. You know, I haven't been going through this level exactly slow. Surprisingly low timer for an incredibly linear level. Kinda wonder what the next few parts are gonna look like. Oh, no, I didn't want to... Nope, that's how they look like at the end of the level. At school, they teach you decimal to separate thousands and comma for fractions, but also they put comma on numpad. Oh, what the heck? slow leak. Got some cranky neighbors. Don't think you pissed them off that much. Was able to fill it up and get back home. Okay, that's not too bad. I used to have a tire like that. Then I replaced it and the tire people told me, you do know that your tire was probably going to explode at some point. I'm like, yeah, probably. There was a period of time whenever I, like, left the house I was living at, I would have to stop at the gas station and fill up the tire every single time. Just pure laziness, honestly. Should have gotten that fixed a lot longer. I should have gotten that fixed a lot sooner. Do not recommend. It's kind of a pain in the butt, and you don't want to be known as that guy who comes by every day to get his tire filled up. This is fine. The ninjas are near the end of the level. Is it just me, or is the music still sped up? I think it is. I think the music's still sped up. Always puzzles you how Americans, Europeans switch the meaning of periods and commas and numbers. It's so weird. Because at least in English, they don't use periods for commas in sentences. In the UK, it's just weird. Grateful you can afford a new tire if you need to fix it. Yeah. It's playing the sped up version. Sometimes that happens. It might be stuck for a while. There's a way to fix it. I don't remember how. I think Donut or Seg told me it has something to do with setting a particular bit in a song in ad music. Probably didn't need to do that, but I really wanted the regrab. We've now entered the cement block period, wherein someone has clearly given up. Ah, nuts, I shouldn't have done that. FR commas and numbers always throw you off. The FR commas. Oh, that level looks okay. Doesn't look great, but it looks okay. I'm going to put a marker down because it looks kind of weird, but it's fine, really. I like the rainbows coming out of the pipes. That's actually pretty cool. I should just die. There's that bit at the very beginning I need to look at. French commas? Okay. Is that what they're called? Oh, wow, that's so different. I am learning today. Yeah, like, the French are all about the SI thing, and then they have weird-ass decimals. That makes no sense to me. It's like, a kilometer is defined by us, because we can. But we have trouble with the way numbers are written. It's weird. But, yeah. Let's see, what else did I do today? Had a silly one-off assignment for work that I had fun doing. Oh, the rainbows hurt you. Well, that feels like a bit of a betrayal now, doesn't it? Okay, well, that's a thing that happens. Weaponized rainbows. There is no rule that says you can't have weaponized rainbows. The Pyro has those too, if I'm not mistaken. One-off task? Oh yeah, no, I got it done. It was really silly. We need to do some phone testing stuff for our call center things. And so boss was like, you know, could you get me, like, how hard would it be to make a phone number that just, after a certain amount of time, hangs up? And I'm like, easy, I'll go do that. Looked at our test Twilio numbers. We had plenty that weren't doing anything with the phone hook, the call hook, as opposed to the SMS hook. And so I rigged up 3 numbers that when you call them, respectively, answer with Yellow Submarine, a live version of Don't Fear the Reaper, and American Pie. Because I wanted things that were different lengths. Not to mention, I was also, the reason he asked about this is he was wanted to know if I had a number that just, you know, did something and hung up, because I do have a number that does that for, like, personal projects. And if you call it, it plays a song at you. One you're unlikely to have heard before. I guess, unless you read my QLDC judging notes. The 72-hour QLDC judging notes. But I digress. Used to play a different song, but I got tired of that one. Okay, got the midways. Kinda wanted to keep the cape, but oh well. Need to test the midway. Weaponized rainbow? What is this? Homophobia? You know, it could be, but I don't think it is. I think it's just, this is an interesting thing. I'm not gonna read too much into it. My Little Pony did it and seemed to have worked out for them. See? Worked out for Hasbro. But yeah, that was fun. Didn't take too long. Still investigating a really irritating thing where some rights are not happening correctly. Unlit candles. May as well just note that just because they exist, because someone's going to remind me. What's up, Herosoft? How you doing? Birdo doesn't look too well. A little bit off color, I'd say. Which is odd in a place with so much color. Fireballs and rainbows. I felt like a level in a jump team hack, maybe. There we go. Boop. Boop. More rainbow. Pop. Nope. I'll take both of these due to the progressive power down. Also, unlit candles. There you go. This might be an older custom boss. I don't know. But it's Birdo. You know what you're getting with Birdo. The difficulty from Birdo usually comes from the environment Birdo is in. What's up, Drew? How you doing? Tell you a GLBTQIA secret. The month after Pride Month is Wrath Month. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I've always liked the, I'm not sure if it's still applicable anymore, but there are some people who tried to make the initialism into something that's actually pronounceable, and they ended up with quilt bag, which I kind of like. I'm not certain it's appropriate, I'm not certain people actually like it or use it, but I think it's a pretty good attempt at making a gigantic bunch of letters fit together and be a pronounceable word. Which I think is laudable in and of itself. Because, man, there are so many letters on that nowadays. It has gotten much more complicated than it was in the 70s. Like, I want to say it used to just be, like, GL, because they had, like, the Gay Lesbian Alliance, but, man, this is not an area of history I am well-versed in. Things have gotten more complicated as time has gone on, of course. Well, okay, so you can just fly over that. That's fine. Alright. Well, how about running into Lakitus, because Lakitus and Sideways Springs and Capes don't fit that well together. Another two-tone pipe, and I've stopped marking them down, because there's so many of them. Oh, I got that one? Huh. Expecting to land, like, through him. I'm not sure there was a midway. I was trying to do something clever. Didn't work. There's the midway. Reaching 4 Dragon Coins pre-midway on this hack is a little bit off from how it usually is. Okay. Nothing up there. Alright, well. Bound to happen sooner or later. Oop. So satisfied with that little boob. I'd like to stop and read chat for a moment, but again, random spawners make it kind of impossible to do so. Because I will just end up dying. Okay, it's mandatory to get up there. Because the other thing that I accomplished, well, we accomplished today, me and Snyder beat Firmament. And what a twist ending. What an absolute twist ending. Also, we didn't actually know what the plot was until the last, like, minute of the game, because that's just how the game rolled. Alright. Yeah, I need to die for Midway. Comes after that Sorrow month. Fan of LGBT, but then more letters game? Yeah. Actual SNES Rainbow Road OST? Possibly. Just along for the ride, appreciate someone to make my life harder. Love gay wrath jokes, but the month after Gay Pride Month is actually Disability Pride Month. Oh, among others. There's so many months and days to keep track of if you keep track of those things. I ain't touching that one. I am not touching that one. I mean, there's a month or a day for an awful lot of stuff. I think the weirdest one I ever ran into just looking up, like, what is today, was Patriotic Pet Picture Day, which is just a weird concept. I asked my sister if she had any particularly patriotic pictures of her cats, and so she found, like, an Instagram filter to put a Uncle Sam hat on her cat, which was kind of funny, but, like, why? Why is this necessary? Like, I don't really keep track of most of them. I like to do, like, something weird for Earth Day and April Fool's Day. I'd consider doing something odd for Arbor Day. Or, I like Christmas. I mean, the major holidays accepted, of course. Like, I've done some Christmas stream stuff where I've played, like, random Christmas games. I'd consider trying to do Jazz Jackrabbit again now that I know how to make the sync work properly. Month to build awareness of ableism and how it impacts others' lives. That's a good definition. Reject months, all you need is Glacian Day. Sold on Glacian Day. Huh. Someone's autistic and it's challenging enough, can't keep up with all these months. It's, yep. Glacian Day is the 21st of July. Oh, I thought I was still in the other level. That's the other problem with having a whole world based upon one theme, is like all the levels blend together. All of them. Oh yeah, this is the SNES one. It's been a long time since I played the SNES, Rainbow Road. SNES Mario Kart. Just haven't felt the need. Like, I still feel that 64 was the pinnacle of the genre. People have tried to sell me on Double Dash and other things, but I still think 64 is really where it's at. Snipe. Two-tone pipe. Hey, I rhymed. Completely incidentally. Oh, hey, it's a pipe that does something. Cool. Oh, right, they're not really birds. Music is louder in here. Is this like a secret exit? Or just like a little bonus room? When given the choice, I'd rather fly. I think I want to try the dead end first. Make sure it is in fact a dead end. Is the pipe supposed to... yeah, that's the thing, is I don't know if I'm going to end up back where I started. Like, this feels like it belongs on a later, more differenter level. It's not rainbowy. Thematically, it's weird. The colors are a little bit off. Like, I'm just going to put a marker. This is weird. The colors here are weird on the bullet bills. Like, it's not offensively bad, but it's weird, and I don't feel like it's intended. Like, if I pulled this up in Lunar Magic, I don't think that's what I would see. I'm definitely in the wrong place. I'm definitely in the wrong place. I need to not beat this, because otherwise bad things might happen. But we're going to ride this out to the boss room, I guess. I'm going to put a marker about that pipe. I think that pipe went to the wrong location. We're going to ride this out just for the sake of it, but, like, I think it's wrong. Just watch as I end up back here for some reason. I haven't seen the other room. I remember there being a mallet room. I really should have not taken, 2 weeks and change to do this entire moderation, so I'd remember such things. But I don't think I've been to this specific mallet room before. I think I'd remember the musical track. It's a weird bit of music. If you told me this came from Earthbound, I'd probably believe you. Maybe, I don't know, Undertale or something. But I have a feeling this might be from the final castle. I don't know why. It just kind of feels like it could be. Some sort of prelude to some sort of Bowser-y type fight. Or a prelude to Ruin, one or the other. Okay, this is just getting a little excessive. I'm having fun bouncing around, though. Yeah, this is clearly a boss room. Oh, it means I can check the left door before I have to check the right door. Not Undertale? Okay. It's Bowser 3 Bowser. I need to die. I guess I'll just wait for it to happen. Prefer the air. BRB inching the car up a bit. Okay. Alright, so I think we can definitively declare that that was a wrong warp of sorts. It does remind me, I was like, oh, I'm still Mario. That's kind of a bummer. And then I realized, oh yeah, I turned off the character select thing. Because it breaks in this hack. Oh god, which pipe was it that I entered? It was this pipe. Yep, it was that pipe. I don't want to put a marker down right here. Weird pipe to the left. Feels wrong, man. But it's okay, oh wait, no, or was it? Maybe it wasn't that pipe. Oh no, I'm gonna end up in a different... Snipe. It's this pipe. That's the pipe that took me there, because I ducked for 2 reasons. I knew it was a gray pipe. I didn't know which gray pipe it was. Wasn't a 2-tone pipe, or a 1-tone pipe. Okay, now that aside, I can actually talk about Firmament. Interesting game, interesting mechanics. I mentioned that the only real verb you have in that game is fist, but that's kind of not true. Turns out, in underwater sections, you get Fire Fist. Because you need to remove things like ice and sulfur deposits. As bizarre as that sounds, it actually makes sense. But yeah, I think it probably works better in VR, because they wanted to simplify the, like, actual inputs a lot. And so generally, like, when you're playing through keyboard, it's, you press, you fist the various, activation portals, I suppose? Activation points with your weird lightning fist, and then you control them, as, like, using a remote control. But usually only have, like, 1 or 2 options, and typically you kind of press either Q or E to proc them. And I think in the VR version, you probably do something different, like actually tilt your hands. Because it's very much a move, sort of angle to the right, angle to the left sort of motion in the game. So it was interesting. It was interesting. Be curious to see what the Siang dudes cook up next. Though I understand that they're going to work on a remake, remaster of Riven next. Which makes sense. I think Myst people really like Riven. I personally haven't played it. I know Snyder, it's one of his favorites in the Myst series. But I've never played it for more than a minute. I think I tested it to work, that it worked at some point on something, and then didn't end up playing it. Still need to beat Myst, the OG Myst, at some point. Kind of curious how Desi did, if he actually played Myst during the Desi-thon. I need to go and catch up and see about that if he did. After I play Myst to see how far he got, because I'm curious. Because Myst is an interesting game. Hey. That shouldn't have worked, but it did. Yeah, we had a good time. Would recommend if you're a fan of adventure games. I will say the one thing is it's a little bit light on plot. Most of the plot's delivered with random voiceovers that happen on random intervals, it seems. And it's kind of easy to ignore. Definitely turn on subtitles, because I think the sound cut out at certain parts. Like, we ended up wandering somewhere, and the voiceover stopped, but clearly it was still going by the subtitles. But I think just turning on subtitles in adventure games in general is a good idea, so you can actually, read the things if they're delivered poorly. Is Steam dying? I don't know. Looks okay from here. I just loaded up the store page for Undertale. At some point, I had that open because I was curious. I needed to know how much it cost. After I rated someone post Deltarune, I'm like, oh yeah, Undertale's free. No, Undertale is not. It's $10. It's still a very good thing for $10, but it's still $10. So, whereas the first 2 chapters of Deltarune are definitively free, and will probably always be so because they were released free once, and that's kind of how that works. Never heard of a game managing to put the genie back in the bottle after they release it. Nuts. Oh, that actually goes up. I was gonna try to jump over it. Oh, stream. I thought you said Steam. Yeah, Steam. I can see that it, in my preview it's working fine. I thought it was Steam. You said Steam. Steam from the Steam clams we're having. Steam clams. Yep, that's what I get for trying to read fast. Doesn't always help. Alright, cool. About 10 more exits. Was curious. And you call them steamed hams, despite the fact they are obviously grilled. Small bit of trivia. YouTube has like a preview. Like, whenever someone loads your channel, you have like your preview video, which is supposed to like show off your amazingness and all that. Yeah, I just decided I'd put the time I played SMW, Steamed Hams, but it's SMW, there instead. That was during a Chat Hacks thing. And so the whole thing is a bit of an interesting clusterfuck of a mess, but it works pretty well as a preview video. Oh, there's a moon up there. I want that moon. For my, my channel. At least I think so. One thing you should... Excuse me for a sec. Well, I'm pooped. Yes, I must be going. Good God, what's happening in there? Aurora Borealis? Aurora Borealis! At this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen. Yes! May I see it? No. Man, that whole episode is full of, like, brilliant bits. Never realized until I saw Pulp Fiction, like, what, 10 years later, 15 years later, that they actually have a good chunk of that movie in that episode. It's, like, legitimately impressive how much they managed to fit in that one. And plus, so many good, like, random interval songs, like Cletus the Slack-Jawed Yokel, and, the Ned Flanders song, and of course the Steamed Hams song as well. Or, Seymour and the Superintendent song, I suppose. I think it's 21 short films about Springfield. Of course it ends with Nelson Muntz making fun of an exceptionally tall man driving a very small car. Yeah, I think I need to take the lower path. Oh, it's so good. Oop. Okay. Back down here. Maybe this wasn't a good choice being down here. Maybe that path continue. I'm gonna do some backtracking. No, I couldn't get the height. Those look like they converge here. Oh, another fun YouTube fact. My auto-uploader today did something silly and tried to upload a less than 1 second long video to YouTube. Due to a failure to coalesce things properly. Which I probably won't fix, because in general it shouldn't coalesce those things. But this time it worked out. All I did was blow some quota, which I don't care that much about. At least not today. When judging, I care a lot about blowing quota, but not today. Because you only get so much YouTube quota in a given day, and if you want to have more, you gotta convince someone at Google to give you more with like a PowerPoint presentation. And I just know that's not happening. Like, if it was just like a form to fill out and be like, yeah, I would like some more, I've been in good standing, I'm not uploading abusive videos, blah, 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 blah. That would be cool, because then at least I wouldn't have to worry so much about burning quota early in the day. Or really late at night, actually, but point still stands. Oh, that would have been smart. No, next time. You know what? That worked. We got the lower pyramid. Things could have been worse. Could have been better, but they could have been worse. Question mark castle. It's rainbowy. It's plot-filled. This is where it ends, Mario. You will pay for what you have done to me in the past. Prepare to meet your end. Hit the other box. Oh, and don't worry about Bowser. I'll deal with that foolish Koopa after I deal with you. Okay. I'm certain it will be I'm certain a grand time will be had by all. It's a lot of lag. Is it just me, or does this sound awful? No, maybe the guitar sample just sounds a bit weird to me. I don't think it's supposed to be intentionally abrasive. Had some Takis. How you doing, Mixter? Hope they were tasty. Yeah, I don't think I like this guitar sample. Just weird. Advertisement for your brain. Nothing like a good advertisement. Beep. I didn't think this through. Oh, I have another cape. I'm taking the other cape. I'm digging the All-Stars Mario 2 tiles, though. That. Guitar sample reminds me of YouTube poop songs. I'd believe it. Would absolutely believe it. Alright, well, that was reasonable. Get the H. Pick up even more capes. Some hacks are just way too generous with the power-ups. Like, absurdly generous. Alright, nothing over here. This configuration right here, I'm pretty sure is straight from Ludwig's Castle. Like, this looks like it's from Ludwig's Castle. Like, it's slightly different on the edges, but, like, up the middle, it looks very similar. Something for me to check on later. Ooh, wait a second. I got a cape? It's probably not worth it. Especially with the bonefish here. Nope. Was not worth it. Proc. We just kind of accept in Mario World that the fish will just fly around sometimes. Oh, great, there's a Magic Koopa. Magic Koopas never die. They just never die. What? Oh. There we go. Music is nice. And what's that about? Oh, I dig that. That's cute. Downside, couldn't get beer delivered because of an app problem. Upside, your friend left beer in the fridge from 2 weeks ago. Score! Mario had his flight license revoked. It happens. Can't always have flight. Sometimes you gotta get grounded. In fact, I'm absolutely certain that that comes from flying as opposed to child rearing originally. I could go and try to get a one-up by doing that, but I don't feel the need to. Afraid of flight hacks? You should be. No, my understanding is once you get the fundamentals down, that's not terrible. Especially because an awful lot of flight hacks have, like, quality of life things, like the turnaround patch. But if you do want to see someone who is truly an expert in that field, and many other weird, degenerate Mario World corner cases, TJB, who has some numbers after his name, and I've forgotten what they are, is a master of that domain. Amongst others. Like I said, amongst others. I think he was the first to decide, you know what, I'm just going to make an entire hack that's all mid-airs. Because I can. And then proceed to actually make a hack that's all mid-airs that's actually doable. Oh, hey, Wart! This makes a lot more sense now, I suppose. I don't like Wart in this game. I'm so bad at actually chucking vegetables in his mouth. It's so much easier in Mario 2, I swear. Always gets hit by that dang bubble. And then I end up re-grabbing the dang vegetable. There we go, there's one. Still too early. And watch as he takes like 7 hits to kill. It's one hack I played that literally had this boss, followed by this boss again, but it took more hits. As a final boss. It was truly irritating. But I'm not the good taste police. Can't reject a hack because I think it's stupid to fight Wart twice in short succession. Much as I might want to. That was way early. Nope. End up re-grabbing it. Nope. Ah, my timing's all off now. Has to be before he stops. See? This is why I hate Wart. I'm not good at fighting Wart. Like, I'm actually good at Wart in Mario 2. Beat him on, like, the first try in that, Yellow Submarine hack. Did it need a while to kill the glove, though. No, that looked perfect. There we go, finally another hit. Just waiting a cycle. Adding that to your Kaizo hacks. The overlay broke. Is it broken? The bubble eats the vegetables? Yeah. Oh, I see. Never understand why people feel the need to port. I think some of the bosses are actually kind of nice to have. Like, Birdo's actually a nice variation. That was way early. There's a few other bosses where I'm like, oh, it's nice to see this one again. Like, the Mario 2 bosses in general are pleasant. Nope. Except Wart. I don't like Wart, as we've established. Nope, way too early. Missed my chance with that gourd. No! Nostalgia? Yep. Anyway, I just want to reiterate, I hate Wart. At least I have a lot of time to fight him. Also, I kind of did that part at the beginning wrong there, because he gave me a lot of power-ups. There's absolutely no reason I should fail it that hard. Because, like, you know, I could have done so many other things and just run in there, bop all the boxes, so that I don't have any power-ups at the end. Yes, it's evil. Get more of this weird guitar. I'm still not certain this is, like, supposed to sound this way. I kind of wonder if there's, like, some sort of sample corruption going on. Like, I could see this being right, but it also sounds just so wrong. Boop. Ugh. Well, at least it's not too far to go to Wart. Bop. Boss looks kind of not fun. Yeah, it's the fact that you are kind of stuck. I should use one of the mushrooms first. The timing changes radically as the fight goes on, it seems. And that's the biggest problem. Also, like, weird things, like, you can really easily re-grab the vegetables if you throw them. And just happen to press Y within a couple frames. Way too early. I think maybe part of the problem is I'm trying to fight him like he's Wart from 2 as opposed to Wart from this. Yeah, that didn't help. Alright, try something new. That was not the new thing we wanted to try. See, about that re-grabbing thing? No, you can't hit the body, you have to hit the mouth, so the timing has to be right. Going back to the upper deck strats. Come on. That's 2. Early. Is he moving while doing this one? He is moving during this one. So I need to throw, like, a little bit after he starts walking. little bit more. Just need to be careful. You know, that did not work the way I thought it would. Today I learned you can up-throw these. No. Oh! Okay, 3. Good. Wait a cycle. Okay, so it's very close to the end of his walk. That would have been great if it could go through the bubble. Okay, that's another one. That's 4, I think. Nope. I shouldn't have gone for it. Okay, right at the end of his walk. That's 5. They're gonna give me these, I'm gonna use them. Because I just despise this boss. Alright, well. Right... Oh god, I have to, like, time next. It starts right before his walk. Close. Great, and vegetables spawn after he throws bubbles now. Yep, 3 hits would be plenty. But nope. It's always 6. Always 6. Well, he's done 6. I've done 6. 5. I've done 5. He's done 5. And of course, the vegetables are all going in the wrong way. I cannot grab them because they keep getting killed by bubbles. Oh, I got one. I got one. This might change the vegetable spawn time too, which would be nice. Or, you know, I could win. No, it was close, but it went through his face. No! I shouldn't have been jumping there. That was stupid. I'm gonna stand here for a moment. Stuff like this makes you feel, oh, every playtester a beer. First time seeing it. OG is 6, yeah. In the OG, it's not so bad, just because, like, again, the timing doesn't really change much. So you can see right here, the problem is, like, the vegetables spawn during the bubble thing. And that's why I hate that so much. Alright. To take out my rage, I'm gonna get up and have a stretch break. I'll be right back. Okay, that's better. Controller doubles as your stress ball. That's probably not good for the controller. Unless you've got, like, the Dragon Ball Slime controller, in which case I suppose it might work out okay if it's soft enough. In fact, like, a stress ball controller would be actually pretty cool. I'm certain, like, the Dragon Ball guys would, or the Dragon Quest guys would like that. I think you weren't so angry about it. Something in Final Fantasy XIV yesterday. For some reason, your group ran extremely poorly that day and had a delay of 3 to 4 seconds as a healer. Oh, you. Yeah, you kind of want to be a little bit faster with that if you can. But having like 3 to 4 seconds of lag would suck. You should stop. Think I'm onto something? I think so. I legitimately think so. Yeah, nuts this Twitch thing. Nuts to my actual job. I'm gonna make stress ball anime. Oh, now I'm on something, right? Clearly, since they make those booby and butt stress pad, mouse pad thingies, I should make a clearly make the controller in the form of some anime titties or some sort of, you know, what do you call those things? Like boy love booty. That sounds wrong. I don't know. There's probably a better Japanese term for it. Anyway, this has been my TED Talk. Thank you for coming to it. Suspect weebs would actually buy that kind of thing. Okay, right after the pause. Too early. Questionable wrist rest? Exactly. It's like standing outside the damage markers far away and still got hit. Oh, you. It's not like Square's ever run an MMO before. They have no idea what they're doing. Now, I think last year at Seattle Comic-Con, I saw some really good JoJo ones. Mouse wrist rest things. Might still be a picture of it somewhere in my Discord. No Zuccotti liked him. Ah. Normally the servers are fine, but sometimes at the moment they have specific times where there's a massive delay. Interesting. There, that's one. Nope. I don't know when the timing is, and I've made it worse. I need to just watch him a cycle. Okay, right when he starts up is when he moves, so I gotta wait. Hate when I have to wait through the pause. Where he starts up, like, in the middle of the pause. I think that might have hit if I've been lucky. At least I'm basically guaranteed to get vegetables for free right now. Just a tedious boss. This is still hit number 2 I'm on. I might be here all night. Finally! Alright, so the vegetables are still spawning nicely. Let's see what his cycle is. It's like a couple seconds after he starts moving forward. That's actually a really good one. Yep, see? Easy. Very end of the walk. Okay. That was close. There we go. That's another one. Alright, the timing isn't still bad on vegetables yet. Back from Google, it's wonderful. Apparently a single node in the network going haywire. That's usually how bad things go. How you get more vegetables in your diet. Yeah, there's usually like one misconfigured router somewhere. Like advertising a negative edge weight route in like Tajikistan or something is usually how the internet goes down for a day periodically. And then every once in a while, like, why do we just let people do that? Like, why can someone in Tajikistan just say no? It's negative edge weight. Alright, so what is the actual timing here? Get my item first. Well, we're still doing okay on that front. I haven't burned any of these yet. Don't know why I picked Tajikistan. Mostly because I don't know where it is. Alright, it's a good chunk of the way through the pause. Close. Nope, too late. That was dumb. This is fine, though. That's another one. Yep, now it's doing that thing where it comes out right at the same time. I'm just going to stand here until the vegetable visits me. You just need to go the other way, vegetable. Okay, that almost worked. Cool, let's actually notice the cycle now. It's all the way through the pause. Too late. Given the general difficulty of getting these vegetables, I need to be way more careful. Okay. I re-grabbed it when I didn't mean to. Hey, that worked! Free veggies. Way too early. Way too early, because it's at the end of the pause. Still way too early. My impatience will be my undoing. Thought I had it with that one. Needs to be a little bit. Need to cook. Let it cook a little longer. Come on. Missed out on that one. Alright, gourd. There we go. Don't even care. I'm taking this with me. It's mine now. I've earned it. I'm taking this gourd all the way home. I started with 9,000 seconds. Or 900 seconds. I used most of them. Better just be an orb over here. Whatever. Close enough. That was indeed my vegetable. Hideo Kojima's private island while he films all his retro 80s movies. Speaking patiently because doing how Soul ones go. I haven't done any more Souls since Friday. I'm not sure when I'm going to get back to it, unfortunately. So mad if I timed out. Oh, I would too. I would absolutely be steamed. Steamed hams, even. Thank you for the GGs. Is this Ice? It's Ice World! Hooray! My plans would have succeeded if it wasn't for Bowser's meddling and your interference. This isn't over, Mario! I'm pretty sure it is over, Mario. Play what you want. Yeah, no, I'm getting there. It's a request from Louis, so I usually try to time it with his schedule, but he's doing KLDC stuff too, and I'm out tomorrow for PAX, and I don't know what I'm going to do time-wise, or if I'll stream this weekend. If I do stream tomorrow, it'll likely be really late, and I'll probably stream something stupid. Or just do CLDC levels, or do another light moderation if I can find one. Sounds kind of Toho-ish. But I do need to get back to Dark Souls and schedule Deltarune. And I spent an awful lot of time during stream talking about, man, I gotta get all this shit done. Probably more than's healthy. But once I get this moderation done, at least that's one less thing that's on my plate. One fewer thing. Anyway. Keep thinking you can kill the birds with Fire Flower because they're birds, but no, you can't. They're bullet bills. Oh, wait. Hold up. Did I fail? Yeah, I did fail that. But that's okay. We can respawn the platform. It's not Kaizo. Oh. Pipe cut off. To the left. Glitchy lava splashes. I'll have to look. I didn't catch those. If it's a fun to watch Louis and he was just bored, can't blame him, but has no preference. Yeah. No, especially like really grindy Kaizo can be kind of hard to watch if you're not into it. Like, I know I can only watch a person fail a level so many times before I want to wander off. Actually, this is a good spot to observe that. Yep, there we go. Glitchy lava splashes. Check. Like, I also don't have as much patience for long Kaizo levels as some people do. It's just not my cup of tea. Which generally is no tea, if I can avoid tea. Feel secondhand pain since I started playing. Didn't expect to find the trolls even funnier. I feel like trolls like have a certain lifespan to them. Like, there comes a point where you just expect to see a troll around a midway, and you're like, oh no, I got Kaizo blocked there, isn't that hilarious? After, like, the 15th time, and you're like, oh, great, I get to beat that section again, because, you know, there's just one bit there, and I was so excited, but I let my guard down. Oh well, back to the drawing board. Or back to the grindstone, really. Of course, after you beat it once, it's usually easier to beat it again. But even so... I don't like how this is set up. Shouldn't have jumped. No, maybe this isn't Toho. I wonder what this track is from. Depends. Leave stream when streams start to shit on the hack because they're so angry about something and chat fills up with comments. Yeah, I don't like that. Like legit shitting, not funny shitting. Yeah. It's still the work of someone, and they probably don't deserve that abuse. Just in general. I can only think of a few times where I've gotten kind of salty about a hack, but I don't think I ever, like, start getting mad at it and yelling, oh, this is the worst ever, and the person who made it is terrible. Like, this hack has problems, and I hate Wart, but, you know, that's not the guy who made this' fault. I'm never going to like Wart. It's just how I feel about the boss. Isn't that straight up from Mario World somewhere? Smells vanilla? I think it is. Like, I'm fairly certain that is a place in vanilla SMW. This is why we check every pipe. To find weird things that happen when you go in pipes. Straight up SMW, there we go. Scream so what you get 5 seconds ahead and you're not expecting it. The H pucker. Yes. The H pucker. But yeah, I think it's okay to let people have the win sometimes, you know? You don't gotta throw a troll in there just be like, aha, I gotcha. No, just let people have the win. It's okay sometimes. Okay, there's lots of pipe cutoff on this screen right here. The timing. Yeah, in a hack that's this big, it's easy to, like, miss things like that, but honestly, you just shouldn't use random pipes that take you places unless you've already decided on the destination first. Like, I've seen people try to occasionally, like, use doors for aesthetic purposes. I'm like, no, you cannot use doors for aesthetic purposes unless you set a place where they're gonna come out. Because otherwise it's level 0, and level 0 is not the place you want to go, because it softlocks you every single time. There is no way out of level 0 unless you give people a way out of level 0. For instance, Illuminosity gives a way out of level 0. Because the Borgy man is a clever man. And repurposed that for his own evil purposes. Alright, into the drink. Take it easy, Worlds. Trolls are solid. Let you win and then give you the full experience. Be full salt. Or use a tile that looks like a door but doesn't act like a door. See, that's the thing you do if you want to use doors for aesthetic purposes. Just make sure they don't act like doors. Make sure they act like air, whatever the act like air number is, because I don't know it off the top of my head. Or make them solid if you want solid doors. I don't know, it's your choice, it's your hack. Just don't make them work like doors unless you've set a location to go. Lunar Magic even has a thing to warn you about when this happens. Like, there's a tool you can use to say, hey, check for undefined doors and pipes. You can use that. Please do use it. It's good. Doesn't work when it's a level that you're building off of another level's template, which I suspect may have happened here. It's not infrequent in hacks where people will just take the SMW levels and edit them without changing certain parts, like maybe door entrances and exits. But yep, that's the big 25 is the act as air. Thank you. I'm not surprised you know that off the top of your head. Ultimately, you probably use that a lot when making things in map 16. I haven't done much map 16 nonsense. The first time I did, I was really proud of it. I spent altogether way too long learning how to import a single block with the GPS, which I needed for the Christmas hunt thing I made for my nephew. The basic idea for that was he would end up in an area that would be effectively soft-locked and would have to ask my sister to solve a puzzle involving a nearby rainbow trout to get the answer to how to get out of the level. And the answer to the puzzle that was hidden in the rainbow trout, a rainbow trout pillow that I made in middle school, was to call my sister and ask her nicely for the answer. I told her, yeah, just do what you want. Be a little annoying. You're allowed to do that. And she did. She did great at that. And then told him that it was like the third berry from the left, or the seventh berry from the left has a secret. And because he entered the level big, because I forced the mushroom on him at the first second, he would never actually try to hit the third berry from the left. Unless, you were being very fastidious and had much suspicion about berries, which he didn't. So the more you know. Then the last time I did it, I was working on that Mario RPG SMW crossover thing. I got to learn how EX animation works in a very simple way. Shout out to Jeff for helping me with that, because it was actually kind of important. Otherwise, it wouldn't have worked nearly as well. I wasn't expecting to get hit there. Maybe I should have kept the cape in the box. Maybe I'll have an opportunity to get a cape in a moment. Really wanted to hit him with a block. One, two, three, four, five, six. Come on, one more. There we go. Probably should have left the cape in the box. Ooh, 1 up. Hate ads except for these. How you doing, Suak? It's kind of fantastic. to buy the next round of ads. Feel free to buy an ad. They're not expensive. I had to look it up because I didn't remember how much they were. It's like, oh yeah, they're 10 bits if you don't have enough points. But you can buy them with points and they're very cheap. I need to do another Adventures in Adver Gaming stream. I have a bunch of Adver games lying around. I only played one of the Burger King games. I still have the other two lying around. Never played MC Kids or the Grimace game for all that long. I've got a couple of weird ones on my Squiggle box, which could be of great interest to me. But finishing other things first before starting new things. Because there's some of those that might take a little while to do. I'd be a little bit worried. I'm surprised that killed the bird. Plus, I found a couple more, like, lying around. There's one Captain Crunch one that I'm mildly interested in. Alright, to grab that. Oh man, time's flying. I might not have time after this to do other things. In part because that dang wart fight. Yeah, I have a gigantic list of, like, one-off stream ideas that I need to actually burn down at some point. Got one, like, a year ago that I'm like, I really want to do this, and then I never did it. Maybe next time I go to an art museum, I'll follow up with that, because it's kind of artsy. Got a couple of artsy things that I could play that would be kind of interesting. Just do it sounds fun. Yeah, I try, but there's obligations. And honestly, sometimes I just don't have the mental wherewithal to go and do something more interesting or get something more interesting set up, or the setup doesn't work. There was one day I was prepared to do a weird one-off stream that I had the idea for a while ago, and it just wasn't working. Got some tooling for it, thought it would work, didn't work. In part because, like, the one I wanted to start with didn't work, and I didn't really know where to go from there. But it was definitely a, like, look at a bunch of interesting user content type of stream. But the specific thing I was really interested in seeing, because I always wanted to see this dang aspect of this, this mod, just didn't work, and I don't know why. Maybe I need a different version of the base game. I don't know. Oh, that lag there almost killed me. Really don't want to die here before midway. Boop. Yeah, some streams take more effort to set up than others. But at least I'm done with the 4-job Fiesta. That is done. I don't need to play Final Fantasy V again for a year or so, unless I really want to, which... after the most recent run, I may not want to for a bit. Alright, cool. We got that. We got the midway. We got the Dragon Coins. We're good. Free AOL hours. Oh. You got mail. When AOL was such a phenomenon that they made a Tom Hanks movie about it. You know, a Tom Hanks Meg Ryan movie, even. Well, I can't remember which one it is. I get that and Sleepless in Seattle mixed up. In one of them, they're people who own bookstores. The one's a giant conglomerate, and the other one's a, you know, comfy neighborhood one. Of course, we all know how that story actually ends. Nowadays, at least. Crap. Wait, don't want to go to Google? Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. We'll pick up the correct power-up this time. Also, I'm definitely going to move this up in category to standard hard, I think. Just because of a few sections so far. Eh, maybe not. No, I think I would. I think I would. Or at least make that a recommendation when I reject it. kind of hate talking like when I reject rather than if I reject, but I already know that due to the soft locks I have to reject this. It's the nature of the beast. I can't believe I didn't get hit. But we are at the end of the road here? Nope, not there. In other, like, random stream things, I was doing some cleaning and discovered I never put away the CDs I got out for Halloween, random, like, October Halloween games. Intriguing. Oh, it's this. Alright, well that was easy. Pretty 90s. Folks who take feedback well? Yeah, usually. I've only gotten a couple times when people have gotten mad about my feedback, at least publicly. There's at least one person who thinks I'm too picky, and that's fair. That's fair sometimes. And I've gotten like some PMs from people who are a little bit annoyed, but nothing terrible. Plus, this guy's had like 3 other hacks rejected. He's used to it by now. There's some cutoff around the boxes. The background looks familiar. Yeah, I'm definitely going to refer him to the other rejection notes, because after I finished the first stream of this, I'm like, this seems odd that he's released a 3rd version without or a third hack in a 3-hack series before the first 2. So I was curious, and I have a gigantic page I can search like usernames and hack names on, so I can see other existing rejections. Because when you reject a hack, you're supposed to append it to the existing thread if you can. And my thing makes it easier to find those. It runs on a cron job every night. It just scrapes SMW Central. Since I'm a moderator, I've yet to hear a complaint about it. But yeah, I found it had 2 other hacks rejected for mainly the same reasons: soft locks and some amount of like just general sloppiness. So one of those things where like, yeah, you kind of need to take those to heart when you're making another one. Had a good success once where someone went from being a shitposter to making an actual good hack in a relatively short period of time. Kind of hoping he'll come back and actually make another hack. Some cutoff around that pipe. But I kind of doubt he will. It was actually pretty funny. I went and played his hack, and I'm like, look, if you remove all the penises, it's fine. And I pointed out he had made one out of, like, filing cabinets. Well, that was cool. Ended up accepting it after he removed them. Because it was an adequate little 3-level hack. Not great. It was definitely kind of borderline. But it was cute enough, and I had a good enough time. Yeah, and sometimes when there's only like a few small things, I'll either fix it myself or I'll PM people and be like, hey, could you fix this like one thing, and then I'll check it and we'll be good here. If I know the person, if I know the hacker, I'll often do that just because it's a lot easier than doing the back and forth multiple times thing. Know of the hacker. Know they're in good standing. Like, I know they'll fix things and know how to do it without screwing things up too badly. But that's not a service I extend to everybody, just people who I think can actually handle it. It's like getting the full can on an airplane. Some people cannot tolerate it. It's too much. Not safe for work call-out. Sounds like something you do. Yeah, it was funny because he got rejected. His first rejection was really immediate. He submitted a Kaizo hard, or this was before. Yeah, he submitted a Kaizo pit hack. This is before the change up to the difficulty settings. And it was literally just like, get this orb that's on top of a crudely drawn penis. And it actually was really easy to do. So, like I said, he reformed. You like to see it. Like, I don't actually get any pleasure in rejecting hacks. Rejecting hacks takes more work. I want your hack to be good and be accepted. Because it saves me a lot of time. Like, accepting a hack is pressing one button. Rejecting a hack means I need to go through all of my notes and collate all my notes and get that all done, and then write some paragraphs describing general issues and be nice about it and all those things. And yeah, it's a lot more work. So, typo on Pit Hack. Expect Pat is handing out constructive criticism, and not how you sadly experience a lot of times and big amounts of rude words. Yes. Based upon playtesting, yeah. No, I don't think there's any value in doing like the angry Nintendo nerd, you know. Oh, this is like swimming in a pile of diarrhea. There's no value in that. Even for him, I doubt there's much recurring value for that. I'm surprised he's managed to keep the shtick going so long. If you want to watch people get mad at video games, there's plenty of people on Twitch who are going to go over and go get mad at video games. We don't need that here. Used to run a medium-sized 3D printer group. The BS is incredible. Oh, interesting. Yeah, 3D printing is interesting, but I've never actually gotten to really play around with it. Had a coworker who brought his 3D printer into work because he didn't actually have any place to use it in his apartment. But the problem there was that at this office we had all these big-ass fans. And you might be thinking, they're really big fans. No, it's actually a brand name, big-ass fan. This looks familiar. Does it? No, it doesn't. It's different. There's a ceiling on this level. But because of the big-ass fans, the medium had a really... or the filament had a really hard time sticking to the surface. I'm going back and forth on this. Also, if it wasn't themed like this level, I'd suspect that there's something off. This looks really familiar now. This is pure vanilla, it just has different block shape, it does different block coloring. Or it's part of the level? Like, I'm pretty sure that's somewhere in, where is that level? Looks very similar again. Yeah, I'm going to put a note in about that pipe because I'm confused. In fact, I'm just going to die here because I think that pipe might not have been the right pipe. Ways to work with that. Ever get a 3D printer hook you up? Own 5-bit one from scratch. Down to 1 and refuse to mod it more than you need to. That's fair. I doubt I'll ever get a 3D printer because, like, I don't have enough need to mess with stuff. Like, I imagine if I wanted to, like, build more things, I would probably want a 3D printer. Like, the ability to, like, make... That was the wrong pipe. Enclosures and the like. Just quick and dirty things really quick. Probably helps. But I don't have that problem. I'm mostly a software person. Would be nice, though. I do enjoy hardware from time to time. I've got, like, a spare Raspberry Pi, too. I could definitely do something with that. And I think Squiggles had a spare he was going to hand me at some point. I forget why. I've already got one Raspberry Pi within sight of me. One sitting in an office somewhere. Or, not an office, in a colo. Is this... Is it copying and pasting that part of the level? Is that really what just happened? This level's giving me all sorts of deja vu. I am so confused by that. It's a glorified bracket and cosplay parts printer. Okay. Rip Raspberry Pi prices. Oh yeah, I know. Those went through the roof. Lots of people using them for prototyping rather than getting their... Like, it's okay to use a Raspberry Pi for prototyping, but make a board if you're mass-producing stuff, honestly. Yeah, it is copy and paste. Like, why? That's just weird. Let me guess. A third iteration of it? Like, maybe the level's supposed to weird me out. Maybe that's the actual point of this part. To make me feel like I'm going in circles. Of course, there's a two-tone pipe there, so I know I'm not. This is just weird. He actually got the jump on me that time. Like, yeah, he just copied and pasted this over and over. Like, I'm not certain I should be mad about this, especially since I can exit it really quickly. But still... this is just weird. And there's better ways to do this if you really want to. You can, in fact, do the... oh, no. The shtick where you have a repeating level. This guy had set out to build a trilogy. Might have been hyped to finish it. Be cool if I had secret exit pipe. Definitely, like, if there was actually, like, a... oh, yeah, it's the third set of pipes here that is a secret exit, but, like... there's only one level that's flagged so far as having a secret exit. There's not that many exits left in the game. I was gonna try to use the cave. I don't know if I want to try to keep running through this. I might just put a note to look in Lunar Magic and go just to see what the hell is up with this. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Check out what's the deal with the copy and paste world in Lunar Magic, so I know what the deal is and can actually articulate it later as to why that's weird. And probably unnecessary. Because I'm not just going to spend a long time, especially because of the bullet bills. Makes that very unpleasant. Yeah, that was another thing he was warned about in an earlier rejection, was that some of the levels he had made were clearly... had chunks of them clearly copied from other levels. And yeah, this is recognizable through the ordering of these. Like, that is clearly vanilla. Don't remember what level it is. And before it's an infinite loop, I don't think that the hacker for this is well versed enough in ASM to actually make an infinite loop. And then you add to the fact that the pipes were changing colors. Makes it seem very unlikely that it's a proper infinite loop. Like, there is infinite loop ASM you can get that will do that kind of thing. I've seen it in a few different hacks, including the one that had 2 warts. But it's not, like, a common thing to see. There's people who really like the OG Super Mario Brothers boss experience. Don't need ASM to make a loop. All you need is a pipe that leads back. That's true. That's true. I mean, like, the mazes from Super Mario Bros. In the castle levels is kind of what I'm talking about, infinite loop. Where, like, you have an actual infinite amount of space without noticing a loading scene. I've seen that in some hacks. Well, glad I didn't try to shift one to the right to avoid that. Midway is like 5 steps away from the goal. It's a lot closer to the goal than sometimes. But yeah, that was not a very far distance to travel. Forget you're moderating every goal and you're like, why? Yep. I always appreciate hacks that don't include dragon coins or make them really relevant. In some unique way. Bandicoot hacks, for instance. Those are usually interesting applications of them. Well, gotta hit those first. Glad I checked. Sad thing is, chucks don't even count for your star body count. You know, I don't think I care about those coins enough to bother doing that. Up here, nope. Right here, yep. That's... always satisfying. Always. It's a tiny bit of cutoff right there. In fact, I still think those blocks look kind of screwed up. I'm kind of wondering if that's what they're supposed to look like. They're winter-esque. They're odd for what they are. I think that pipe probably goes somewhere, and I'll have to come back and check it out. Like right now. Oh wait, this is the level that has 2 exits. Okay, yeah, that's good then. I can do this way. That's probably the secret exit. Lots of lag. It was weird, actually. Last night, what's his name? Silkree, I think, was curious about whether or not I had lag on my SD to SNES on a certain KLEC level. Forge's level. And it turns out the firmware actually makes a difference. If you're on the 111 firmware for SD to SNES, the SA1 doesn't run at the right speed, it runs slow. So I'm kind of glad I actually avoided that release for most things, because I didn't like the fact that it was it would break my SA1 interface frequently. And I think that the reason why it's slow is actually the same. Ow. Like there was some line that was being queried to that was preventing writes, something happening with VRAM, I think. But like the specific thing that was going slow was running SA1 from ROM and SNES from RAM, and that's a really common pattern. I'll test the midway on the way back. Next frame, please. Yeah, that one ghost house in Quickie World where you have to kill all the bullet bills with the block. I'm trying to remember if that's what I did. I want to say I did something cheesy in that one. Like Dark Fortress 2, but we're gonna get the side exit too. Ow. I sure hope I can land on that bird. You know what's nice? I get to use the star this time for great evil, as opposed to what I did last time. Shame there aren't more things to murder that aren't charging chucks, because again, they don't count for star power. Not that I need anything here, but it's nice. It's a nice to have. Getting 1-ups is definitely a fun thing in SMW. And, oops. Well, mistakes were made. There we go. Just we'll rotate that out because I want the other one. Perfect. Can't have mistakes without stakes. Mistakes. Oh, too early. Oh well. Perfect timing, bird. I do think it's a bit weird to start having a... Oh, that was nothing. Secret exit. Absolutely trivial. Not what I was expecting. Okay. WART'S Fortress, or Dark Fortress 2. The fortress is made of concrete. This looks familiar. Oh, great. Corn cobs. I don't care for you, corn cobs. There was a Mystery Monday one time I lost because I was bad at corn cobs. Had a lot of close to winning at Mystery Mondays, but never actually any victories, sadly. Okay. I feel like I should go and check, because I'm not certain. But I feel like I'm probably right in this. If I check the level number, this is going to be Fortress Secrets level number. I mean, I think things have changed enough, but I kind of suspect it is, based upon what I'm seeing here. Should have kept the cape. Doesn't really matter. That was a lot of lag. This is feeling a little familiar, though. Very familiar. But why? What's causing the lag? Sprite count? Some sprites are more laggy than others. I think fireballs often cause problems. I don't know why I hit... Oda! Oda! Okay, we're fine. You can just stand here for the fireball. Goodbye, Reznor. But yeah, certain sprites I think cause more lag than others. Just depends on how optimized they are. Vanilla Rezone, yeah, no, it was absolutely standard vanilla Reznor. Can blame Dave Brooks for that one. Alright, so KOOPA Stronghold and WART'S Stronghold. Which is weird. How many exits do I have? I have 73, so I assume these are going to be the same thing. Actually, you know what? Well, let's do this first. Now that you've taken that foolish toad out of the picture, it's now you and me, Mario. And your end awaits you. That's not how you spell awaits. But that's fine. I feel there must be a good way to, like, get your text out of Mario to spell check it. But I don't want to really begrudge people too much for not knowing how to spell words, especially because we have, you know, a pretty big international community of hackers. And English is not everyone's first language. Like, there's a bizarrely large Brazilian Portuguese hacking group, just people in general. There's a Mexican hacking community. Honestly, there's obviously a Japanese one. I can't think of any other ones off the top of my head, though. Those are the big main ones. Wouldn't surprise me if there's a weird French offshoot somewhere. Oh, we're doing this again. Bowser looks hella gangster in that poster. He does. Oh, there are Brazilian SMW hackers? A few. How you doing, Zerkati? There's this crazy Brazilian meme. There's several. There's a lot of good Brazilian meme hacks. Ziabalis World, for instance. That's a really interesting hack based upon some Brazilian YouTuber I've never heard of before that or after. It's about how his camera hates him. That's a long story short. A really long story short. Diagonal Mario was also made by another Brazilian hacker. Or Diagonal Mario 2. I don't think anyone actually played Diagonal Mario 1. That is a hard-to-see pipe. Probably a few others that are really good that I haven't played. Oop. I got a feeling this level is going to be very long for some reason. Diagonal Mario was one you're thinking of? Yup. There's a Brazilian X by Persistence. Used to watch him a lot years back. I played another. That was another YouTube. There was another tribute to a YouTuber hack I played. I forgot about that one. Had a really painful wall jumping section, a couple of them, but there was an absolutely hilarious bit. Like, I forget how it worked, but like suddenly someone was throwing bicycles at you. It was so utterly bizarre and just unexpected that I just couldn't help but spend a decent amount of time laughing at it. And of course the bicycles are humongous because you have to draw a bicycle pretty large to make it scan well. Had a good final, like, Fry Guy fight, too, though I ran into some sort of, like, weird problem, but I'm like, nah, it's probably fine. Look at this place. The other end of the weird pipe. Yeah, it's familiar, isn't it? Can I stand here? I cannot stand there. Oop. Just waiting around. Waiting for the hammers to be done. If hammers be. They see me scrolling, they waiting. We lagging. Bizarrely enough, in the video for White and Nerdy, Key and Peele are the two black guys who show up and are like, oh, this guy's incredibly white and nerdy, at the very beginning of the video. I think it was before they were well known, but I might be wrong on that front. Oh, come on! Was there a midway? I don't think there was a midway, was there? Ah, crap. I probably have to die at Bowser. I don't remember if there was a midway or not, and I need to check. But I can check the right door now. Didn't see an H. Okay. Then I am not going to worry about it. Speaking of custom bosses, there was one time I was moderating a hack, and the Bowser actually managed to get out of the... just out of the level. He just left. He was like, nah, I'm done. I'm out. It was actually pretty funny. I did get the hacker to fix that. I was like, that's something I can't compromise on. You can't be soft-locking people in your Bowser fights. Oh, he knows the trick. He's in a hole. Wonder if this will work, actually. No, it did not work. He saw through my clever disguise. 1, 2... Alright. Hi, about... Oh, what?! Well, that's kind of crap. Yeah, I can see that down there now. 2. Have to go. My planet needs me. Midways and my standard hack. I'm going to put a marker just to check later to make sure there was a midway there. And test it, just in case. Or... well, that would explain a few things. It doesn't end with Bowser. Oh, no, no. What? No! Pro tip, don't put blocks on the time up. No, you set the timer to 0. I'd see you later, False Circus, assuming you're leaving and not just memeing. So much harder than... No, that was pretty easy. Yeah, don't put blocks on the bottom layer of the screen. I'll put a marker for that, too. Needs more rising lava. That'd actually be kind of fun. But nope. But nope. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna have a drink. I have this whole drink here. I do, but I'm gonna beat this first. If it takes me to the credits, I'll reset and do that one to see what happens. If it doesn't and takes me back to the world map, I'll need to amend the number of exits. So for the time being, I'm not going to worry too much about the back door until I've beaten the front door. But I'm certain it'll be different. At least I don't have to do quite as many moderating things on the way in. Crap. Oh, no worries. Feel free to question what I'm doing. Frequently, people notice things I don't. Just because, like, it's easy to gloss over or not notice when you're in the middle of stuff. That's something to talk about, regardless. It's moderation theory. Only time I really mind backseating is when I'm, like, playing a game for the first time and actually want to be a little bit ignorant of what I'm doing. Because the ignorance is part of the playing enjoyment, a la, like, Dark Souls or Deltarune or what have you. Because I do like learning about the mechanics of games, don't get me wrong. I need to stop doing that, just go! Swear Bob as you is way easier when you're not holding a controller? Oh, absolutely. I need to get back to that at some point. I started playing that on stream at like at least two, possibly 3 separate occasions. And still haven't completed it. And Baba Is You is kind of like those Actronics puzzle games in that once you stop playing for a while, you forget everything that was important. You forgot all the important things you've learned. Since the last time I played that was probably... yeah, 2 years. Coming up on 2 years now. Except for the, like, short period of time I pulled up Baba Is You to show where I was before I last stopped. I'm dead again. I need to stop doing that. It was in the context of coming back, or being done with the Mystery Hunt that year. Because they had a really cool Baba Is You inspired puzzle called, like, Werewolf. That's a werewolf thing. Where, depending upon what light sources were touching your werewolf, it affected how you could move and how you interacted with blocks. It was really cool. The final extraction was, but... it all looked and had that squiggly sort of Baba Is You stuff going on. It was really cute. And of course, blending lights together caused weird effects too, according to the way light works. I solved that problem by not caring. Oh, I don't need this. Right, don't get fooled again. Yeah, there's our infinite loop right there. I forgot that. I think he'd done that in a much earlier castle, too, and even bragged about it. Or, well, the in-character people bragged about how you had never solved the maze. And it's true, I actually had to go through every single edge of the maze. But for moderation purposes, not because I was actually confused. Reminds me of the easy difficulty hack that I tried to moderate and ended up giving up on. Where the difficulty spikes massively at the end. It's just the thing he does. Ready for fewer randomly spawning things on me. Was the Chuck cavalry? Oh, when Sentient got out of beta, you lost your solutions you liked it for a few months, completely forgot everything? Yep, that's how it goes. I need to finish Sentient at some point, too. I started on Sentient when it came out, and then I didn't. The only one I've finished... I did finish 2. I finished TIS 100, though I don't think I came back to beat the bonus things. I finished the first campaign of Infinifactory, though I never came back and finished the second half. Beat all of Exapunks, But I think Exapunks might have been one of the easier ones, honestly. Tried to get an Opus Magnum, never could. Just didn't work for me. There's probably some other ones I should give another shot to. Like, I know I'd like to finish Senshin IO. I actually liked that one pretty well, though I was annoyed that there were instructions that were available after a while that you didn't get to know about. I still think TIS 100 might have been my favorite. That and Exapunks. But I just love the brilliant simplicity of TIS 100. You know, just the basic white on black screen, the elegance of the programming model. It's actually a really nice little programming model, too. You know, you've got all of these co-processors, you'd only have very limited register space, but, you know, you can make it work really well. So there's, of course, like in every Zactronics game, a bunch of patterns you eventually learn about using, you know, register files and moving that kind of thing around. Molt Sinez? No, I haven't yet. I think I bought it when it came out, but I have not actually played it all that much. I got distracted. I think I was sick that week or something. Actually, I was sick the week that Last Call BBS came out, so I ended up playing that. But Last Call BBS was really good, too. Every once in a while, when I want a minute to just chill and solve a small puzzle, I pull up the desktop dungeons thing. I kind of wish I could do that without the whole simulated slowness. But, you know, take what I can get. Yeah, the model for TIS 100 is just fantastic. And Exapunks just has really good theming. That's another thing in its favor. But I did get the, you know, the Feelies package. So I got the physical design so I could read about how they worked. Certain things worked, which was a lot of fun. I missed that about things, getting the Feelies. Somewhere around here, I still have some of the Feelies for my dad's copy of Beyond Zork. Like the map you need to use with the pterodactyl. Don't know where, though. It's probably somewhere in a closet. Yeah, getting a box full of stuff was fun. And some of the stuff was just weird. My dad had a copy of the Infocom game Bureaucracy, and that came with, like, tax forms you had to fill out. What was the other thing in there? It was like a credit card application. And you needed this stuff to beat the game, because that's how Infocom kind of did their copy protection, was by giving you really odd stuff you needed to know and mess with to beat the game. There was some piece of information in there that you absolutely had to have. It's the Bowser that isn't on SMW Central? Really? Wonder how this fella got a hold of it. Beware of falling dry bones. And all sorts of fireballs. Lots and lots of fireballs. RNG fireballs. Hey, oh, that's solid. I didn't think it would be solid. You know what sucks? I probably have to fight Ward again. Pipe. 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 Goodbye, fish. Want some space. Just give me some space so I can do this. Very unappealing pipe. That's why I don't like walking next to these things. Oh, right. Oh, I know what you're talking about now. The Chuck level. Yes, the Chuck level. Oh, man. I was like, I don't know why you're asking about Chucks. Yes, that one in the easy difficulty thing. It's Bowser again. Okay. Cool. Do I have to do this like a third time? Bowser Purgatory. What the first do you need to fight Wart again? Well, it says Wart's Castle on the other side. Presumably because Wart is at the end of it. Beats dongles and subscriptions? Absolutely. It does make it difficult if you want to resell your game, but it's still better than the dongles and subscriptions model. You have to make sure you've wound up all the important feelies and make sure they end up back in the box, but not a lot of people were pretty good about that kind of thing back in the day. I shouldn't have grabbed that. That was stupid. So long, Gay Bowser! Door. Door. Okay, well. And the beat goes on, and the beat goes on, and the beat goes on. Stick with the fire flowers off the cape for later. That was very satisfying. Oh no. It's too many Charlies. I just realized that when you get one of those, like, weird Yoshis that has, like, a chuck for a face, you could call it a Charlie horse. Don't know why I didn't do that sooner. Not that it comes up much, unless you're playing Jump Half. And have access to color a dinosaur in all of its glory. Which is... it takes some doing, honestly. Alright, what's next? Okay. I think I'm beginning to get a picture here of what's expected from me. This is not tedious in the slightest. Yay, more Bowser. 5 more layers of blocks. Yup. You know, some people just really like weird bosses, I guess. Like, I can probably do this and re-chat now. Makes you feel like drinking. Yeah, me too. Just a little bit. Mostly because, like, my drink is right there, and I probably could between Bowser stomps. Didn't want to grab that yet, but oh wait, no, I don't need to stand in this pit. There's no reason to stand in this pit. Alright. So long, Gay Bowser. Again. No checkpoints still. Yep. You're a true like Bowser. The Bowser DMV. Are they actually breakable blocks? In the place that they appear, the door appears? Oh, was that in the... oh, I'm gonna take a look at that. Yeah. I'll look at that. God, there's more? I'll take a look at that in the prior one if there's breakable blocks there, because that could be a problem, because I thought it was on top of a solid thing. I guess this is a normal exit. After all of that. Ciders are so good. Didn't know? Well, at least you know now. At least you know now. Oh, I get credit for beating it that way. Okay, well, let's see if the credits have anything interesting in them, and then we'll reset and do the other half. Super Mario Legends 3, Bowser's Last Stand, story by Raichu, graphics by Gamma V, Brutapod, Carl, Mr. Pixinator, Nope Contest, Falcon Punch, Anorakun, Like Kraton, Roberto Zampari, Soniku, Komiji, Edit, The Orange Toad, Darken, Dr. Tapeworm, Russian Man, Havit Fox, Bin Razin, Ampersand, Nina Light, Black Sabbath, and Raindrop Dry. Spread by Roy, Ice Guy, McKay. I'm not going to read all these. Sonicu, Eric, Major Flare, Russian Man, Smukton. Dynamics, I can tell there were dynamics in there. Music by a lot of people. Bebin, Kevin, Emelia, Ultima, Wakana, Daizo, Crimson, Mercury, Penny. That's a good name, actually. Harmkt, Patches, Edit, Math on Napkins, Kevin M, Tattletale, Vitor Viella, Urjuice. This hack is dedicated to his mom, who is no longer with him. Oh, that's sad. Love you, Mom. 66 to 2018. Super Mario Bros. And all characters are owned by Nintendo. Support the official release. Copyright Nintendo, that was yours. Thank you for playing. 2019-2022 Raichu. Dedicated, yes. Fair point. Yeah, the last one was okay. I put a marker down to check the prior Bowser fight. Okay. Well, that's 50 degrees of messed up. This happens sometimes when you mess with Yoshi's, the level that is Yoshi's house. It's usually a good idea just not to mess with it. Just don't mess with it. Leave it alone. Move it off the map. Don't have a level in it. You don't need Yoshi's house. But don't just edit a random level. Make it a random level. This is ROM hacking. Yes. Yes, it is. Alright, we'll see if they edited the graphic at the end. I can enjoy my beverage while that happens. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I want to buy that anyway. Audible sends me so many re-engagement messages. I already spend way too much money on audiobooks. Oh. That's weird. Beverage choice today? I'm having a cider. Scrumpy cider. It is, what's the name of that thing? I just buy them nowadays. It's a really good one. Oh, JK's Scrumpy cider. It's a tasty cider. I may or may not finish all of it before I go to bed. Price changes again? Special price is going down, up. Great! Always love to see Google charge me more money for less things. Outsider by Two Towns? Outsider by Two Towns? I've seen Two Towns, that's a nice one. Yeah. There's a bunch of good cideries around here in Seattle. JK's is not from Seattle. I actually don't know where JK's is based. But nice about ciders, it can range from like really dry to really sweet, so you can actually get what you want. And if you go to like a nice cider place, they'll actually have like a map to just show you what you can get properly, and you won't be surprised by what you get. I want to get a growler of this really good mangoes, really good mango cider, but they weren't allowed to sell me a growler of it. I could buy cans, but I could not buy a growler of it because it was like 7%, and their license only went up to 6.8. So, forgot the cider house your friend always hits. It's a good place to visit. Big fan of them. All right, did anything change here? Nope. Well, let's reset and try again. That's different. That first title screen is almost always screwed up in some weird way. Still says 73, that's good, because that's the number of exits I'm expecting. Oh, it has 2 endings. Okay, cool. So this might actually be a separate ending. Stop to read the description for a moment. This might be another full-on lengthy level. That was weird. See, I'm unlikely to die to the whoops. I pulled up my brick while I'm standing on it trick now. Oh, it's this song again. Great. I'm still not certain that guitar is supposed to sound that way. You know, those bowling balls actually pose 0 threat because they despawn before I even get to that, like, row of the column of the screen. Which is kind of odd when you think about it. Like, I don't think I could actually get over there and get hit by that. Yes, we could have done that by going down and hitting it with our head, but we didn't have to, so we didn't. Okay. For a 73 exit hack, this is a long hack. Do not like that timer? Oh yeah. Is disconcerting. Hopefully Wart doesn't have... if Wart has 3 fights, I might be cheating. I have tools for cheating. I am not afraid to cheat if I have to fight Wart 3 times in a row with only that much timer. Oh hey, a giant thwomp. Cool. I like giant thwomps. The Fortress of Bigness is definitely one of those levels from Jump that I think back with much fondness for. Unlike the Milkshake level. Yeah, the Milkshake level's fine. It's really the Blindingly Blue level that's the worst level of Jump. It's just so blindingly blue. Which, in comparison to the Blindingly Green level, the Blindingly Green level is not nearly as bad. Or blinding. Well, I'm noticing the Dragon Coin, so at least we have a good indication of how far I am through the level. There was no saving that. Okay. Is the giant level by Dezo? I believe it was. He had a few levels in Jump and Jump Half. There was one I remember that was the Troll Face level that he wasn't terribly proud of in retrospect, but his was also one of his was like my favorite level in Jump for the longest time. It was the Time Warp level. I forget the actual name, unfortunately, but it's the weird secret you get by beating the water level that turns into a not water level when you look at it funny. In the not really storehouse level pretty early on. Or past the not really storehouse level really early on. Had the black hole troll face level. Yep, he did. Look, both him and the internet grew up. Troll faces were adequate for a time. God, if I fuck this up. Those fireballs are incredibly deadly. In an obnoxious way. Ah, okay, that was bad. I thought I'd be able to whip him, but I could not whip it good enough. Holding onto my shell. And that's why you hold on to your shell. Alright, that was... Oh, wait, hold up, I'm big. What am I doing? I was doing that the hard way. Didn't have to. Not gonna. And that's why you hold on to your shell. Gives you a free hit when there's random bullets spawning on you. Apathy boost through fireballs. Absolutely. This is the moment where my soul is leaving my body. Somehow I knew. I knew it'd come down to this. Me and Wart engaged in single combat again. Because the name of the level said it was Wart's Castle, so it was kind of obvious in retrospect. Doesn't mean I have to like it. Oh, that was the... That was the first hit. Should make a oops all wart hack. Upload SMW Central. Yeah. Don't leave your soul yet. Your favorite hack is coming up. Literally anything else. You know, it'd be funny, but I think someone actually already did that gag. That was like oops all Wendy's. Which was just a series of escalating Wendy fights. With varying gimmicks. It was actually kind of cute, though I didn't finish playing it. But I think I thought about picking it up, and then I didn't end up claiming it after playing it for a bit. Because it was pretty late. And I want to say... Nope. No, not nope. Alex claimed it and took it out. I don't remember. I could look it up, but I don't feel like it. It would take more work than it's worth to actually look it up. Nope. Okay, when he's about halfway through the forward walk. I'd say I'm getting better at this, but I think I'm just getting luckier at it. Alright, what's a cycle? Basically right before he finishes his back walk. Cool! Alright, what's a cycle now? Okay, at the... Gotta milk a little bit, but like right here? Yep, there we go. I think that's 4 or 5. I kind of wasn't paying attention. Well, got hit. Gonna go get the other power up. I'm actually a little bit worried about the timer now. What was the move? It was... Okay, right... Partway through the pause. Oh, well, he died. First try! Maybe! Oh, that's actual ground. Not, like, bad chocolate. Bowser's back door has a large and animated wart. So Booey Booey World wins than a render fight every level. That's true. But Booey Booey is so much more. There's so much to it. Alright, I guess that's the other ending. We kill Wart and he's dead. It's the same thing. Yeah, the cycle timing is everything. If it's good and makes it easy to throw the thing into his mouth. Like, I've learned enough to make that not terrible in the future, depending upon how the fight is set up. Like, the nice thing about that fight is that there wasn't any wall to the left, and that made it a lot easier to grab a vegetable and retreat. But even so, Bad Chocolate would be a great name for Kazakh. I think, yeah, actually, that'd be a pretty good name. That would actually be a pretty good name. Okay. I guess what to do now. Honestly, I was kind of hoping to finish this up quicker. I'm kind of glad I didn't try to do this last night, since it took a while. I could try to roll a CLDC level, but you know, if I get a bad CLDC level, I'll be at it for a while. And by bad, I mean like, probably fun to play and good and looking great, but one that would take me like 2 hours to beat, like Nitrogen's level did, because I still haven't beaten Nitrogen's level. One of those, if I could guarantee I could do something for like another 20 minutes, I probably would, but I have no idea what that would be. Sleep is unfortunately not optional. It isn't. And I didn't sleep well last couple nights, and I'm gonna get up. I want to get up and get moving pretty quick for PAX. Like, I'm probably just gonna like get up, do the daily meeting, eat breakfast, go to PAX. So, want to roll out pretty fast. We'll see. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it here. I'd like to not call it here, but I think I'm gonna have to call it here just because I don't have anything else prepared that's short.